Hey everybody, it's me again. I told you that I'm going to definitely try to be more efficient at doing my little videos for you guys. So today I had a topic from Tavares, and I guess his YouTube name is blazingkidtes. He wanted me to give him a shout out, so there you go. Anyway, what he had asked me to talk about was basically discrimination based on size anywhere, because we all know that whether people acknowledge it or not, there are people that discriminate based on size. And you know, you think about that like when you're applying for a job, even though I'm like, say I'm a big woman and I'm more qualified for the job, they may not necessarily hire me because of the social stigma that overweight people are lazy, they don't have any self-control, and they're just not better workers than thin people, which I think is absolute bullshit. Because for one, I'm a hard worker. I will give my all to a job. I will put my best effort into it, and especially if it's a job that you love to do. I think with anybody, whether big or small, if you have a job that you really love to do, you're going to put your effort into it. And I don't hate on anybody. Thin, big, male, female, gay, straight, whatever. I definitely give my respect to, everyone out there. If you respect me, I'll respect you. It's just the way it is. But I think that a lot of people go on what society thinks. Oh, society says that if you're big, you must be lazy. You sit on the couch all day. You don't do anything but sit there, watch Maury, and eat. Which is not true. I do watch Maury occasionally or whatever, but I'm not freaking shoving my face with food every 5 seconds. I clean my house all the time. I'm like an absolute neat freak. I'm always moving. I walk 1.6 miles. At least I'd say probably 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah, I'm big, so that doesn't mean I'm lazy. So anyway, I think discrimination happens everywhere. And especially weight discrimination is really hard to prove if that was the case. I mean, people implement policies and things like that. Like airlines, if you're too big to fit in the seat, then you have to purchase another seat. People don't want to sit next to a big person, and I understand that, because we'll take up some of your seat too, if you know what I mean? And I understand that, but people sometimes are just so rude. And you just have to understand it. I mean, people have had issues with race for as long as time, like I don't know, like forever. And it has become where you cannot discriminate based on race. When is it going to be time when people stop discriminating based on weight? People sit there and say, well, oh my gosh, like, if somebody's black, they're going to rob me, or they're a bad person, or they're never going to be anything, as some of the stereotypes that I hear. And you know what? I know a few well-educated, and not a few, a lot actually, a lot of well-educated people that are black. And they're not out robbing people. I mean, come on, really? And that's like an issue I have, because that pisses me off. It pisses me off. I'm half Hispanic. Okay? I'm not out there working in the fucking fields, okay? And, there's always stereotypes with everything. Weight, race, age. Somebody that's young is totally immature. And somebody that's old is useless and no fun. That's basically what America has in their minds. And it's sick. And it's time to start not stereotyping a group of people and basing it on an individual, because every individual is different. Yes, I'm not going to say that there's not lazy overweight people, because there are. And there are black people that commit crimes, and there are Mexican people that commit crimes and, you know, come over the border or whatever. But there's white people that do that too, every race. Okay, but if we start focusing and if we start being like, oh, everybody that's white does this, and everybody that's black does this, and everybody that's fat does this, how are we ever going to grow as a society when we have all these stereotypes that we're following? Get to know somebody on an individual basis. Just because somebody's fat doesn't mean they're lazy. Just because somebody's black doesn't mean they're going to rob your house. Just because somebody's white doesn't mean they're in the KKK. Just because somebody's Mexican doesn't mean they're hopping the border. I mean, come on. We're all individuals, and society tends to classify people as a group. And that's not fair. That's not fair to me. It's not fair to whoever out there. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic because I'm very passionate about that topic. I think it's ridiculous. Anyway, recently, I'm always getting reported on Facebook, okay? And, I mean, I don't know what goes on as far as how the reporting process goes. I don't know if somebody reports your photo and then Facebook looks at it and they're like, oh yeah, like, we ain't keeping that up there. Or if when somebody reports it, they're just automatically like, okay, well, we'll just remove it just to make the douchebag happy that reported it. Anyway, I don't know if thin women get reported for posting pictures in lingerie. I'd love to know if that happens to them. But for me as a big woman, I've been reported in pictures where I'm wearing lingerie. You can't see anything, okay? I'm clothed. Somebody reports my picture, it's removed by Facebook, and then I'm blocked for like 3 days. Okay, Facebook, here it is. Would you block, or when somebody reports, if they ever do report a thin woman in lingerie, is it the same? I've had my fan page has been totally removed before, and with no warning. I never told me anything was reported. It was just gone. And I've also seen a lot of other people talking about their BBW pages were gone, just gone. So it gets a little fishy, I guess, because I mean, I don't know if other pages have been reported, but I guess when you get a mass of a group that's saying, oh, well, our page is gone too, kind of makes you wonder a little bit, you know, and it kind of makes you think, okay, well, are they targeting this specific group of people, or are they doing it to everybody else too? I mean, I personally don't know, but I think it's ridiculous. If something is reported, okay, and I know that these people probably don't have the time to go through every single report that's reported and look at whatever was reported and deal with it, okay, but there has been multiple times where I have reported an offensive comment by someone that has said something harassing to me or rude to me, and I've reported a comment. Yeah, I do report. I don't report people's pictures. I will simply just delete that person if I think the picture is disgusting or whatever. But I won't report it, because why should I? If that's what they want to put on their timeline, so be it. I don't care, but I don't want to see it on mine, so bye-bye. But anyway, I've reported offensive comments, and these people, okay, that said the offensive comment are still on Facebook. And I've known people to mass report things, you know, like somebody hating or, you know, being rude to a big person or whatever, and they've been mass reported, and yet they're still on Facebook. So it kind of makes you wonder, is it because I'm big, that when somebody reports me, my stuff's automatically removed and I'm automatically blocked? Kind of makes you wonder, but then again, they're so busy, probably, I don't know, that they don't have time to go through each individual report, you know. And you'd think that for the money they're making, they'd be able to go through each individual report. I mean, hell, if I was making millions, billions of dollars, I'd be going through every freaking report there was, if that was my job. Just saying. Anyway, I'm not, I like Facebook. It's some of the people on Facebook that I don't like. There's just, and you can't get away from it either way. You find discrimination, you find hate outside of social networking sites, outside in public places. However, people are less likely to say something hateful or rude to your face because they're cowards. But put them behind a computer screen and a keyboard, and they can say whatever they want. It's kind of like liquid courage, except you're protected by a computer screen. What's that person gonna do? I bet you 100%, if the person you're talking crap about was able to find you, you wouldn't say anything. Just saying. I mean, I just don't get it. As a society, why do we feel the need to hate on people that are different? I don't understand. You never know if somebody's overweight, if they have a problem. Steroids. If somebody takes steroids for asthma or whatever, they can become overweight because that's what steroids do. And people just don't understand that you're sitting here making fun of someone and you have no idea what type of health issues they have or what type of life they have. I mean, you could be making fun of someone who gets beat every day. You don't know that. And you may just be the one to push them over the edge. And that's really not fair, because I don't think you'd want that to happen to anybody that you love or anybody that you know. So I just think it's time for society as a whole to stop. To just stop. If someone's different, so what? You hate what you don't know. You hate what you fear. Okay? And it's time to just stop all of this hating of everybody. What does that accomplish? To have hate in your heart? What kind of person are you? I don't hate on anybody. I love BBWs. I love thin women that are cool. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter to me if you're skinny or big or whatever. I'm not going to hate on a skinny girl that's not hating on me. Why would I do that? I don't know what her life is like. I don't know what she goes through on a daily basis. Just like you don't know what anybody else goes through on a daily basis. So what gives you the right to say anything to anybody else? Okay? Like the other day, some guy commented on my picture that I need to go on a fucking diet. Okay? Let me tell you something, homeboy. Okay? I don't sit here and eat fried Twinkies all day. Okay? I eat a lot of salad. I walk 1.6 miles. And you're telling me to go on a diet? Maybe you should go get an education and don't start talking shit about things you don't know. Because you don't know me. Yeah, I may be big, but that doesn't mean I'm sitting here freaking stuffing my face with food all day long. Or that I'm not on a diet. How do you know that? You don't. And you don't know my life, and you don't know what I've been through. So shut your mouth. Because obviously you're very unhappy with who you are. And you feel like you had to come talk crap to me. And to make it, on top of that, you're a guy and you were talking crap to a woman. Yeah, you're real tough, buddy. Real tough. I bet you wouldn't talk that shit to my boyfriend. I'm just saying. Anyway, I got a little passionate about that stuff. I feel weird. Anyways, on to a lighter note, I guess. I hope they answered the question of blazingkidtes, aka Tavares. Anyway, woo. Any other topics, just send them in. You can put them on the comments here. You can get me on Facebook or in my inbox, my email. I'm sure you can find a way to get a hold of me. Anyway, I guess this is probably a pretty long rant, but it had to be done. It feels good to get off my chest. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and 2 more days to the weekend. Woo-hoo! And until my next video, bye!